People often say that being kind, generous, and putting others before yourself are admirable traits. But has anyone told us about the hidden dangers of being too kind and compassionate in this world? Stoicism not only teaches us how to deal with problems, but it also shows us how to protect ourselves from bad outside influences. As you learn Stoicism, you will realize that not everyone returns the kindness you show, and many people end up giving away too much money and energy without giving it much thought. Being too kind to others can hurt them and put your own prosperity at risk. Get ready to look at the unexpected and sometimes hard to accept parts of kindness through the lens of Stoicism. This video will give you important insights that might change the way you look at life and make you a stronger, more resilient, and truly Stoic person. Come along with me as we explore the 10 habits that only real Stoics can keep up, and learn why these habits are so hard for regular people to do. Stay with us until the end of this video to get a special gift that we worked hard on. Don't miss it. It's our way of saying thanks for going on this journey with us. Number 1. More observant than vocal. Some people think that the only way to stand up for yourself is to have a strong voice and say what you think out loud. But Stoics choose a different path. They are more silent and introspective, observing more than speaking. This doesn't mean they are weak or don't know how to protect their boundaries. On the contrary, they have a strong sense of self-confidence and strength that comes from deeply listening to and understanding themselves and the world around them. They believe that keen observation and careful listening help them see through other people's thoughts and feelings, which helps them make good decisions. Neither do they get caught up in pointless arguments, nor do they let short-lived feelings guide them. Their silence is not a sign of weakness, but of self-control and a clear mind. Set your limits gently and subtly, without having to say them out loud or do something strong. If you can observe deeply, you will know when to speak and when to be silent, keeping calm and in charge of the situation in the best way possible. When you listen and observe, you can see things that others miss. When you start to listen more than talk, the world around you becomes clearer, letting you act more wisely and effectively. This knowledge helps you solve problems and make choices based on truth and reason. Being observant and listening will not only earn you respect from others, but also help you keep your peace of mind. When you are not distracted by useless words, you can focus on what is really important and meaningful in life. Number 2. Not interested in power struggles. You reach spiritual freedom when you give without asking anything in return. Stefan, a young leader, learned this by helping his co-workers without expecting anything in return. He found that this not only made the workplace more peaceful, but it also helped him become a better leader and gain the trust of those around him. It was Stefan's willingness to give without expecting anything in return that helped him create a positive work environment where people support each other not for personal gain, but for the common good. However, giving without expecting brings big challenges as well. When Stefan's work wasn't appreciated, he often felt lost and alone. He wondered if not getting involved in power struggles made him weak and easy to take advantage of. The lack of feedback and praise from those around him made Stefan feel down and question his own worth. Stefan also had trouble when his co-workers started to rely too much on his help. This put a lot of stress on him and took away from his free time, which hurt both his mental health and the quality of his work. Stefan started to understand that not having clear limits could cause him to become tired and burned out. The harsh truth about giving without asking anything in return is that not everyone understands or appreciates it. Stefan learned that not everyone could repay his kindness with thanks or help. This made him sad and made him lose faith in other people. Stefan had to face the fact that being kind doesn't always lead to more kindness, and he had to learn to accept this without getting angry. Despite this, Stefan slowly learned to approach situations without letting the expectation of reciprocity affect how kind he was. He realized that helping others was not only a good thing to do, but also a way to train his mind and soul by keeping an impartial mind. Stefan not only helped others, but he also made the workplace a good place to be. He learned that true strength is being able to give without being held back by expectations, which made him a true Stoic leader. If you find Stefan's story and the lessons from Stoicism interesting, please leave a comment below. Have you ever been in a similar situation? What do you think about giving without asking anything in return? Let's talk about it and learn from each other. Number 3. It's their fault, not mine. Have you ever felt like you were to blame when someone else made a mistake? A lot of people do this, but Stoics have a different way of keeping the attitude of, it's their fault, not mine. When other people mess up, everyone is responsible for their own deeds and feelings. Stoics know that other people's mistakes are not their own, so they don't let themselves get caught up in the whirlpool of undeserved guilt. For example, if someone in your project group fails to turn in their work on time and the whole group is criticized, don't blame yourself or try to fix the other person's mistake. Think about the problem calmly and know that that person, not you, is responsible for getting the work done on time. That way, you can focus on doing your part of the work as well as you can and helping the group without blaming or feeling guilty about something that wasn't your fault. Stoics stay calm and clear-headed by avoiding unwanted stress and pressure. They don't let other people's actions make them feel bad, which helps them make more logical decisions. By doing this, they not only protect their own mental health, but also keep good relationships with those around them, making sure that other people's mistakes don't affect their own spirit and work performance. For Stoics, being able to tell the difference between other people's mistakes and their own is not just a habit, it's an art. By realizing and accepting that it's not our fault, we can free ourselves from unnecessary burdens and live a more peaceful life. Hopefully, you can use this philosophy to feel lighter when you're going through similar things. Remember that peace of mind is the key to a happy, fulfilling life. Sometimes it's easy to get away with our mistakes and problems by blaming other people. It frees us from duty and gives us an easy way to explain away our mistakes. But this way of thinking can hurt your relationships and personal growth. Instead of blaming others, taking responsibility and thinking about yourself helps you be stronger, solve problems, and grow. This lesson talks about the bad things that happen when you shift blame and the good things that happen when you take responsibility. There is no growth or progress. Blaming others stops you from growing as a person. When you always blame other people or things for your troubles, you miss chances to learn and grow. Self-reflection and taking responsibility are important for finding ways to improve and building resilience. Taking responsibility makes people more likely to solve problems and improve themselves on their own. Relationships that are tense. Changing the blame can hurt relationships. Blaming others all the time can make people angry and suspicious. Respect, understanding, and responsibility are all important parts of healthy interactions. By admitting your flaws and mistakes, you show that you are mature and value other people, which makes your relationships stronger. Less ability to solve problems. Changing the blame stops people from fixing problems effectively. Being unwilling to see your part in a situation means you miss the chance to find and fix the problem's root cause. Taking responsibility gives you the power to find good answers, which makes it easier to deal with problems and get past them. The victim mentality. Blaming others all the time makes people feel like victims.